Gentlemen of the press, the PDP, People's Democratic Party, Kebbi State Chapter, wishes with a deep sense of grief express its condolences, sympathy, and as well commiserate with the people that have been ravaged by the devastating floods that have occurred in these weeks. It has been a very, very overwhelming situation, and this kind of flood has never been seen in decades, and that's why it has occasioned destruction of houses, farm produce, farmlands, and even lives of the toiling people that have been overwhelmingly victimized by these floods. It is quite natural to have floods, especially in this era of climate change, and with the somewhat holes occurring in the ozone layer, and the predictions by all weather experts, and according to the also early warning system of the meteorological department, that famines were destined to occur in the months of March, April, and there will be floods, heavy floods, that will be occasioned by torrential rainfall in the months, especially of last part of August, September, and October. Indeed, this has come to pass, and still our people are living in agony as a result of these destructive floods. We sympathize with our people, and as a result of this, we are calling on all well-meaning indigents of Kebbi State, especially those who have the means, to please to continue to extend assistance of whatever kind and give succor to these victims that are mostly situated in the hinterland and in the coastal areas of the Sokoto River that adjoins the River Niger and River Benue as well. This has called for sober reflection. According to the information obtained by us during our visit to some areas and spots, and other information obtained to our people that are scattered all over the state, the victims of these floods are yet to receive what is actually or always expected as emergency relief from the state government. We have had the state government officials and even the governor have gone around to certain spots expressing their sympathy, commiserating with people, but short of carrying along with them the expected in a usually flood situation or any disaster of whatever kind. Carrying with them relief materials, creating befitting shelters, delivering medical items, non-food items, to soften the suffering of these people. in the interim. What has occurred has been expression of sympathy and taking data of the people involved, of the amount of money lost on the expanse of land, farmlands destroyed, which according to some sources we had has been estimated to be around 80,000 hectares, and 100 billions of naira worth of farmlands and farm produce destroyed. We are calling on the state government that it is its responsibility through the State Emergency Management Authority to take immediate relief materials, namely food items, medical facilities, and non-food items that are required in a situation of this kind. It should be done quickly, and when it comes to the delivery of government relief or government assistance, the federal government assistance, which the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has promised will deliver to states that have been ravaged by these floods, it should be done with maximum transparency. The state government must come out clearly to state how much has been given by the federal government and what mechanisms, what strategies, what measures has it taken to see that these assistance reach those who deserve to be given the assistance. I mean the victims of these floods and nobody else. We are calling also on the state government to take preemptive measures to deal with anybody who nurses any dubious plan of shortchanging the victims of this disaster, of the assistance that will be given by the federal government and the state government as well. The state government also must come hard on any person that will be found wanting when it comes to delivery of this assistance to the victims. We all know we have merchants of disasters, merchants of death, we have opportunists, so much so that whenever there is a disaster and an assistance is coming from either the state government or the federal government, they do away with the gulf, with the larger share of this assistance to their private use, and the victims are shortchanged. This must not be allowed to happen in Kebbi State. The situation is dire. Our people are still in agony. Even with the softening of the heavy rainfall, the water that is being released unavoidably from the dams are also ravaging. And therefore, we must take this issue seriously. We also, once again, reiterate our call on all those who have resources in their hands. Please come up and help these people. Presently, according to the information we have and according to the evidences before us, a great deal of these people are taking shelter, one in primary schools, I mean the displaced among the victims, and others who have lost their farm lands, farm produce, also are contemplating how can they recover from this. It is our candid opinion that by now we should be in the stage of issue of recovery, not issue of granting or supply of reliefs. Relief material should have been supplied long ago, but it is not late. As the saying goes, it's better too late than never. The state government, and especially the State Emergency Management Authority, must step up action to supply these relief materials. And when the federal government assistance comes, it must be dispatched, distributed with maximum transparency, equity, justice, and fairness. The People's Democratic Party will always be on the alert to watch, and it will join hands with other non-governmental organizations and other political parties active in the state to see that we also conduct an independent statistical analysis of the loss incurred, and when it comes to the distribution, we'll have a hindsight analysis of who gets what and how it was distributed to the deserving victims of the relief. Once again, we express our sympathy, we commiserate with our people, and we beseech the Almighty Allah to grant them eternal peace for those who lost their lives, and embolden the victims to a new life and to utilize this disaster as an opportunity to recover and to embark on a modern way of farming which will heed to early warning system, which will adopt new mechanics, new seeds that will suit the situations created by the climate change, famine and the floods. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us, embolden us, and relieve our people of the sufferings they are in. Thank you very much, and God bless.